Okay, guys, today's video is a serious one. It's about safety, not just in overlanding and camping, but just driving around town on your day to day life. You need to be prepared for accidents and boo boos, they happen. This is my trauma bag that I carry behind my seat of my Dodge Ram. I call it my ouch pouch. It's got everything from splints, trauma shears, gauze, tourniquets, Narcan, um, ammonia inhalants, everything from life monitoring devices, everything I'd need in a trauma event like car wreck or anything overlanding, someone gets impaled. I recommend that you sit down with a piece of paper, write down the level of skill you have and the activities that you're going to be involved in, and get all of the supplies you're going to need all the way up to the worst case scenario of the situation that you're going to be doing. Like if you're going to be rock crawling, I'd get stuff for deep trauma impacts. You roll your Jeep over, your arm flails out, truck pinches it between a rock, you're going to need to solve that. I also recommend don't skimp on price here. Some things can be bought, on Amazon, like tape, but when it comes to like tourniquets and shears, and the actual life-saving devices, invest in good quality stuff, good quality products, good quality batteries that are going to last, and check on it often. Like right now, the reason I'm making this is I remembered I needed to check my flashlight and check the battery, so I've got it on the charger right here charging, because it was, it's after a couple of months in the heat, it got a little wonky. But yeah, just make you a good quality kit for your level of skill, or if you want to be more skilled, make that a priority. Go out and get trained in up your skill level. But your family, your friends, when you're out and about, you're going to depend on this, and you never know if you could save someone else's life. In a future video, I'll break it down and I'll get into the brands that I use. I got some really good brands, some really good shears that I love. Um, but yeah, that's it for now. Just my 2 cents. I thought I'd bring it up, have a talk about it, and tell me what you think. Tell me what you have, if you have anything that you think I might need. Um, all right, like, follow, and share, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, this is video 2 of the medical series. So in setting up your medical kit, here's how I have mine set up, and it works for me. There's a method to the madness for me. All right off the bat on the outside, I have my trauma shears and a tourniquet. That's usually the first thing you're going to want to do. You're going to want to cut some clothes and you want to stop some bleeding. Next is, you never know when you're going to come to a multi-casualty event and you're going to have 2 people rendering aid. I have the front of mine set up so I can Velcro, rip it off, and in this bag is a mini trauma set, so it can separate, and one person could take one and they could handle some people, and another person could handle another, and they could work through it together. So that's just on the outside how I have mine set up. I also have a flashlight on the outside, but right now, like I said in video 1, it's charging. Personalized touches. Put your blood type on the outside. Label it as a med kit. Something that when someone sees it, they know what they're looking for. If you say, go to my truck and get my med kit, they know exactly what you're talking about. But that's it for this video. Like, follow, and share. All right, y'all, this is video 3. We're going to get into a little bit of the ingredients of a trauma pack, and we're going to talk about 2 things today that I feel a lot of people overlook when they're making their trauma bag and first aid kit. The first one is going to be Narcan. When you're out on the trail or you're out around town and you're doing your thing, you never know who you're going to come across and what they may be struggling with. You may come across someone who's ODing, and you have the ability to save that person's life. So there's that. The second thing is an EpiPen. Being outdoors, there's a lot of things you could get bitten by that you can have anaphylactic shock to. Bees, spiders, ants, you name it. Creepy crawlies are out there. So it's a good idea. Get a hold of your provider. They don't just hand these out. You're going to have to pay for it. But get a hold of your provider. Tell them, hey, you want to be prepared in case of an emergency, and see if they'll give you one. I happen to be allergic to something, so I get these. I get them through the VA. Every one of my bags has at least 2 in it. So if you're a veteran, there's a way for you to get them. But these are just 2 that I think a lot of people overlook. They think about the owies and the boo-boos, but they don't think about the person struggling with something or the I got bit by something. So there's that. I hope you liked this. I hope it was informative. If you have anything that you think I should have, that other people overlook, let me know. Leave it in the comments. Like, follow, and share, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, here's a little peek at my home first aid kit. Definitely very important to have one of these in your house and keep it organized. Check it often. I got gloves on both sides, shears, flashlights, a knife. I got scalpels. Now remember, this is for my level of training, not necessarily yours. Yours is going to be towards what you believe your level of training is. Got Narcan in here, EpiPens, splints, everything for the regular small size boo-boos, trauma bandages up front, gauze to pack stuff with, more stuff to wrap and pack. Definitely lots of Narcan. No, I don't have a problem, I swear. I'm an overly prepared person. Yeah, that's just a little peek at, and in the side I've got tourniquets and something to cut if I don't use the scalpel or I've got just a seatbelt cutter to cut up pant legs. I got this one set up a little bit for people, of course, Narcan, but like I've got these big dressings more for, I live alone with my dogs, so if they get a boo-boo, I can take care of them. This little one right here has quite a few episodes that I've had to take care of because he's a very clumsy dog. So I also recommend getting trained in animal first aid. But yeah, that's just a little peek at my home one. It's not as good as my truck, but it gets us done. All right, like, follow, and share. Show me what you got.